What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well tonight because we are checking out a new band to the channel. Also, a band that I absolutely adore, and that is Circa Survive with their new song, Imposter Syndrome. It's off the new EP, A Dream About Love. I'm so excited because it's been a minute since we've gotten new Circa Survive, you know? The Amulet came out in 2018, so that's 3 years have passed. Yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of info about this song before we go into it from this YouTube comment, so let me read it out. Okay, the song itself came about as a result of singer Anthony Green coming in terms with relapsing with heroin and suffering an overdose. The singer has since entered rehab and has attended daily Narcotics Anonymous meetings. He says, "This was the last song I wrote before I went into rehab 2 years ago. The song is about forgiveness and accountability and represents a sense of starting over for me, scrapping the blueprints and building from scratch in every aspect of our life." So yeah, I know that Anthony has been dealing with a lot of like inner demons and a lot of drug issues. So I'm really excited for this because it seems like a step in the right direction to, you know, his proper mental health and physical health too. That being said, I'm very excited for this. I think that's all we really need for chit chat. So let's fucking do it. Ooh. Oh, this is already different. Very synth heavy. This man is legit going to get a haircut for this video. Or is it going to be an actual shaved head? Ooh, there we go. Okay. Both guitars are doing their own thing. Oh. We were never meant to be free. likes his new cut. Oh, the tattoo, nice. Interesting video, man. A pretty interesting song. Yeah, let's talk about it though. Okay, so Imposter Syndrome feels a little bit of like a teaser for the new EP. Like, it's obviously a song, it's 4 minutes long, but what I mean by that, it's just I feel like we got like a little sample of what's to come with their more synth heavy music approach. I'm not sure if that's actually going to be the direction. I kind of hope so, because that does feel a little bit different. It sounds kind of similar to his solo project, you know, but it's pretty cool. It's a slow burn track. I enjoyed it. There's new elements to Circa Survive, so I like that, but let's go through the pros and cons. So number one pro is the amount of layering to this song. I thought was actually really good. You know, it starts off a little bit simple and basic. We just got that drum beat, that electronic drum beat. And then, you know, it kind of builds itself with like these chords that sound like, I'm trying to know the exact sound. It's very hard to differentiate what's synth and what's like guitars. It could be effects on guitars creating a lot of these sounds, or it could be a lot of synths, or just like maybe production tricks. I don't know, but there's a lot of layering. And you know, when Anthony kicks in the first verse, like it's building upon that like same the beat and stuff, and just kind of keeping that momentum, a little bit of a slow pace, but it's still interesting until it kicks in classic Circa Survive sounding with like, you know, those guitars that just sound so Circa Survive, man. It's that distortion that is a little bit clean and distorted, very like post-hardcore sounding and like experimental rock sounding, you know, and then it kind of builds up the momentum a little bit, and it does get into this crescendo where, you know, at the video he shaves off his whole head. And so, you know, at that point in the song there was a lot of layering. Everything was on full force in terms of that electronic drum beat, the actual drums, the guitars, the synths, his vocals, and the harmony in his vocals. Well, not the harmony, but more the vocal layering where he's doing a different melody, right, with a different lyric. But it's pretty cool that the song is literally just a slow burn to get to that crescendo until it slows back down into that electronic drum beat. So I thought that was actually really cool. Another pro is just Anthony Green, man. I don't think I talk about him enough because, well, I haven't done a Circa Survive video for starters, but he is such an amazing vocalist in terms of, you know, his unique voice, his unique pitch has always been a big standout. And also, it's not just that, but it's also like, you know, his delivery, and case in point, like, he gets into certain notes where it's like almost like he's screaming, and I really like that. You know, where his vocals get a little bit more intense and just seems to really like accelerate the music in a weird way. When he screams, it's just kind of like, okay, this is where we're going, but it's not really like a scream, you know. It's not like I don't know, say Ocean or The Sound of Animals Fighting or something, but it's cool to hear him actually kind of raise his voice a bit. But not only that, it's his lyrics. I really like his lyrics, and a lot of his lyrics are very personal, also very weird and interpret. I love that. Like, honestly, my favorite Circa Survive song has always been Stop the Fucking Car. Like, I love that song. That is one of my all-time favorite songs, and the lyrics on that are so weird, but also just drug trippy too. And it's cool that he's kind of like talking about, you know, lyrics that are about before he went into rehab, because again, it's personal lyrics, and these are kind of like lyrics that I find a lot more relatable. Not saying that I run into the same issues, but I find it a lot more relatable in terms of the grand scheme of things, where like a lot of other bands I listen to on this channel talk about like failed relationships and stuff like that, where it gets a little bit tiresome, so I don't really pay attention to the lyrics. But when it's about things like this, I tune in a little bit more. I want to hear what Anthony's saying. Like, it just makes a lot more, brings a lot more humanity to the music, right? So I thought that was a pro. And also just the song and this tone of the song, I think is a big pro, where, you know, the synth work feels very new for Circa Survive. I'm trying to recall through their albums if they've done synth like this, and I don't think they have, but please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going through them in my head, and no, not to this extent, where it almost sounds a little bit like 80s sounding a little bit in retro, which is kind of cool. But I really want them to explore with synth, because I didn't realize this is a sound that I want Circa Survive to explore with, because when it comes to Circa Survive, I expect, you know, these like almost like proggy little bit structures, but with like really amazing guitar work and drumming, and with good bass too. Like, the musicianship in this band has always been really good, with Anthony's stellar, unique pitched vocals, right? So if we're going to get synth now, ooh, Ooh, I didn't know we were going to get that, but damn, I would love to hear on this EP if they explore more synth and a lot more like electronic samples into the music, because I think that'd be really cool. They're already an experimental band, sort of, so like it'd be cool for them to experiment with some of these more electronic sounds. That being said, like I did enjoy the song, but let's move on to the cons. And really my cons with this is that this just feels like a little tease of what we're going to get. Like, I enjoyed the song. I didn't fully was blown away. This is just like a nice song to like kind of ease you into the EP. I really want to hear this in the context of the EP. It's a slow burn track, but what else are we going to get, right? So that's what I mean by a tease. Like, it's good, but what else are you cooking up, right? Like, that's how I'm feeling. Like, I'm wondering what the rest of this EP is going to sound like. So guys, that's my thoughts on Circa Survive's new song. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are, so comment down below, spice up my life. What did you guys think of this tune? I'd love to know. Also, if you got to this point of the video, haven't clicked off yet, then I appreciate the shit out of you, man. Feel free to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, but other than that, thank you for tuning in. Till next time. Peace.